y'all, it's Nat. It's me creating another video, right? Because I really don't be creating content, but every now and then I might create a video. Okay. So I'm thinking about something. It's something that me and a friend of mine talk about all the time. Is for example, when I first came into this book community, one of the things that I enjoyed is the fact that I saw book reviews. Okay. I like book reviews. I like to know what people thought of when they read a particular book or whatever. Like if it's something I was thinking about reading, I can actually go and see what somebody, how they felt about said book, right? Not necessarily saying that it had to be something where you were spoil it for somebody, but you could say what you liked about somebody's, an author's work. We don't really get that a whole lot anymore. Like it's very few people that I've seen, even in my algorithm or what have you, who actually really talk about the book and say what they like or even what they disliked about it without spoiling that particular book. We don't really get those book reviews too much anymore. Not not from what I'm seeing. Where are the girlies that's doing the book reviews? Give me the names of the booktube girls who are on YouTube who are actually talking about the book reviews, because I know you put longer videos over there. It's a few people I already follow, but I would like to know where everybody else is at, because I personally think that causes a lot of the issues with mood reading. Part of it is that I'm reading the same things over and over. So this is the reason why I'm trying to get out of reading a bunch of like romance and in that particular genre, only because it's like the same stories over and over. Don't come for me for that, because I'm just saying in general, right? They're like, it's romance, you still got pretty much the same concepts going over and over. And so this is the reason why I like to expand the genres that I read. One of the most beneficial things I've heard was from I can't remember her name. She was over on YouTube, and she mentioned, think about the books that you love reading. What are the themes in the book? That way you can take that and you can actually read across genres and not be specific to one particular one. I love that because I like found family. I love second chance type things. I love like the relationships. I love building friendships, building relationships, character development, right? I love all those things. So it is my job to look for those things in books. But like there's a lot of books I've never heard of, but if I'm looking to that information for somebody else or from somebody else, and y'all not really doing book reviews to say what it is you liked about it, a book or something, how am I supposed to find some more people? Where are these people? That's what I'm looking forward to. Like, where are the people who are doing said book reviews, who are actually talking about what they like about the book, not just posting the book saying, oh my gosh, they did a big one with this one, and well, okay, so what did they do? What was the big one that they did? Explain to me, tell me something, not saying spoil it. You could say, oh my gosh, the way the vulnerability of this character was expressed, and it was a complex character, and you were able to see all the levels and all the layers of this character. They started from here to something like that, right? Where are these people? I'm looking for those things, because we don't get that a lot. Not anymore. It was like that when I first came into the community, but it's not like that now. So I think that is part of the mood reader issue for me, is because of the same type books with the same type storylines. I'll put it that way. Same type storylines. And I need a variety, right? And this is not oh my gosh, don't read urban fiction. Oh my gosh, don't read this. This is not that. I'm just saying these storylines are very similar. It's the same storylines over and over and over. And I'm like, I need something different. So thinking about themes or thinking about something else. But either way, book reviews are very important if people realize how important a book review is. Can we get back to book reviews? Or what is the process of processing what you read? Like, are people really processing what they're reading, or are they reading so much they're not really getting deep into, the storylines? I think that's the reason why certain authors stick with me a lot, is because I can read their book, I can process it. It starts from one area and it goes somewhere else. And if I deem it great enough for me to read it again, I can read it again and get something totally different. That type of writing is very important. That type of writing is my favorite writing because I'm getting so much from your story, from your art form. You know what I mean? So I'm just wondering, right? These are just things that I think about all the time. And I think it also is the reason why I have issues with sticking to one book. Mood reading. I haven't successfully read a book since I can't remember the last book I read. I think it was Dope Boys by R.B. Penn. No, it wasn't. It was book 2 in the Blessing series by Beverly Jenkins. I've been doing a lot of rereads because I'm rereading the books that definitely I can read them and get something totally different. I reread All I Want, All I Needed by A. Valdez. I reread The Beginning of Forever. I've also re-listened to Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. That particular book is like my favorite. That one and um, Can't Get Enough. This Could Be Us is just not one of those. But certain books I like re-listening to because they do that very thing for me. And that's just kind of going off the topic. But I'm just saying, like, with book reviews are very important, and we're pretty much kind of getting away from that, or from what I'm seeing with my algorithm, people that I'm following. So I'm trying to also find those who are still doing book reviews and who can actually say what they like and what they didn't like of the book without spoiling things for people. That is what I'm looking for. Where is my tribe? That's what I'm looking for.